Hey everyone, my name is Meads. Welcome to my channel, and this is going to be a review for the super deformed Sinanju. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so here's a kit. As you can see, it's unpainted, but I'm still deciding why should I paint it. So for now, it's going to stay like this. In terms of color scheme, it's mostly all in red. The torso is black, and you're going to have some white parts here, and a little bit of gray for the hands, the weapons, and some inner parts like the pipes there. Yep. There it is. You may have a problem with the balancing, which is kind of helpful having this gas canisters or the fuel rods. But you know, this kit comes with a stand, which I will go over in a bit. So first up, let's do articulation. So first off, the head. The head is actually quite limited in articulation, but as you can see, there's the eyes there. A cool gimmick, similar to the 148 head display for the high grade. So looks really awesome having that there. Cool gimmick. Otherwise, you know, you can force it, but it's kind of weird though. If you're wondering how it does that, there's a small gear inside that twist it. And actually it has enough space there. If you like, you can put the button batteries there and put an LED. Might be a cool project to do. Next part is the shoulders. It's going to be basically your typical Sangokunen, since they're still using that design concept. And again, you're going to have this polycop ball and plastic socket, which some cases tends to fall off, but if you're patient enough and careful, it'll stay there. And it doesn't have the elbow articulation, but for the most part, also has movable wrist. You can pretty much go whichever way you want. Just have to play around with the polycaps or the ball joints. You also have this moving armor here on the shoulder, which is just connected right there. It's a plastic to plastic. There's no polycap there. You know, a really nice touch. Pretty much both left and right are the same mold. Even comes with this shield connector for over here. We'll just go ahead and attach it right there. And if you want to move it to the side, you gotta play around because you have this theme blocking, but it's possible, and which I'll just show you guys a bit later. And let's move on to the waist. For the waist, you're gonna have your movement side to side, although you find that the lower part of the torso is hitting the pipes on the side of the skirt. And if you can actually force it, but for some weird reason, when I first have this, the polycap inside is kind of loose. So when you move up there, it actually pops off. But right now, actually it's gripping. And there's no side to side. Basically, it's a straight peg right there. Actually, the polycap's already stuck in there, which is something you might want to do. Have it stay there. Actually, while we're at it, I really don't like this design part here, unless, you know, again, this is being gripped by the polycap, because this thing falls off quite easily, and you have this looseness over there. But you know, again, once your polycap sticks there, you're not gonna have a problem. And part of the hips is you're gonna have that movement on the lower part, which I still don't know why they have that. I mean, right now I can't even move it. Just a little bit. I mean, if you can move the waist, there's really no need to move the feet independently. But they're there, and you're gonna have this leg movement to the hips over there. The whole skirt, front and back, you know, it's solid. It's nothing you can move. But you know, it's wide open. I mean, from the side, so you can. There's really no need for it to be moving. And moving down, we got the legs over here. and pretty much you're gonna have a fairly good articulation. You know, moving back and forward. Sadly, you cannot twist it side to side, but you know you can move the whole thing to the side, or both of them. There goes the arm, and you have the feet here. And if you want to have him in that flying pose, you can just loosen the pulley cup a little bit, or well, not all the way, but you get the idea. So you can have it pointing downward. So for the most part, just gotta play around with the poly caps. Alright, and let's go on the backpack. So for the backpack, it's actually connected with a poly cap right there. And let's just take that out. So there's a poly cap there, one of the ball ones, as you can see on the elbows, but it got stuck there. And there's a straight bag here. Unfortunately, it's not much, you know, side to side movement, unless, of course, you trim this plastic over here, which, you know, it's another side project you want to do. But for the most part, you can move it up and down. There's no movements here. Yep, it's fixed. You can, it doesn't extend. This thing can, it's another piece, so you can take it off if you wanted to. But it's just not much there. And you have these fuel rods here, and has that there's something to secure to, so it will stop. Although I wish it's not there. Yeah. And you have the thrusters here, which is kind of ugly in my opinion. They do give you a poly cap there, and I think it's part of the his alternative modes. But on the bottom one, it's just nothing there. I wish they give you some sort of thruster part stick in there. Yeah. So there we go. That's articulation. Alright, for weapons, let's start with a beam saber. Slightly angled. I guess it's to show you more of a movement. So that's pretty cool. And it's all in clear. So you gotta have to paint the handle, which is not too bad. Otherwise, you have the whole piece in white, which is another option. Next part is the beam rifle right here. Looks pretty good. Has some nice details there, as you can see, and has these slits here, which I will show you in a bit what they're for. And let's move to the shield. It's gonna be all molded in red. You have gray parts here. Your shield connector goes to the arm right there. You can also have this beam pistol, which slits there, which connects to the bottom part over there. Really nice. And you're gonna have the beam axe, and there's also a connector part right there. So if we take it out, actually I'm gonna take out this part here as well. Comes with the effect parts right here, and that's pretty awesome. I really like how they added those cool effects. And actually, this is for the other side. Let me grab this one, and it just connects there on one side. Pretty good. And if you want to connect the other one, just put it on, connect the other side, and connect the other one. So you can dual wield them with one hand, both hands, whichever way you want it. And also, if you like, you can put it back to the shield. It's gonna be originally it's gonna be mounted. Let's see if I get this correct. Yeah, let's have it this way. There we go. Under part here. So we're gonna have this all pointing forward. I'm just gonna put this back here, as well as the rifle, or actually not rifle, the pistol. All right, and have it mounted on the Sinanju on the side. There we go. Yeah, it's kind of, this thing is on the way. You do have the option to remove it if you want to, or have it moving forward. You also have this over here. And there you go. That's pretty much the weapons for the Sinanju. And another configuration is having a beam axe like this. And you grab this back right here. And I'm just gonna attach it using that street bag, like so. And have him hold it. It's kind of weird, but it's a cool gimmick, I guess. Right there. Then there's actually more. You can connect the beam axe on the rifle like so. And there's also a handle right here which pops up. And those two things again, which connects on this part right here. I think, actually maybe this way. There we go. So you kind of have like a lance or a spear, I guess. And there we go. And of course you have this weird mobile armor mode, which turns the Sinanju into two things. You have the, I guess, core here, and you have the leg here. I don't know why they have this gimmick. I guess it's kind of cool, but kind of reminds you of Seed, where they have the four symbols separated into several core fighters. Not that appealing to it though. And here's the Sinanju with the action base, the clear one, which is really awesome, as you can see there. Alright, and if you're not planning to paint this kit, you can have the decal sheet right here, the stickers, and the clear ones for added details. But I still highly recommend you paint the Sinanju. And more importantly, if you have the unicorn right next to it, it'll look awesome. Yep, and kind of wish that they added a action base for this guy as well, like maybe a clear blue. But you know, you can always use a different action base for that. So there you have it. I think the only missing here is, would be nice if they have a SD Kshatriya, but they don't have that. No, I did see a resin kit of that though. Yeah. But you know, it's always nice to have the mall, you know, plastic kit. It's, in my opinion, you know, lighter and it's easier to snap build. Right, so there's my review of the SD Sinanju. I actually really like this kit and highly recommend it. My only problems with this one is the polycaps. Yeah, tends to fall off like most of the newer ones. Other than that, you just have to play around with it. Maybe slightly deform the polycap itself so it'll stick on the plastic socket, which seems to be working for me. Only do that if you have extra polycaps. Yeah, because if you mess up one, you're gonna be one missing joint. Yeah, and as well as the clear parts. And it has tons of gimmicks for this kit. I think it's really worth it. Not to mention you have this action base comes with it. And this thing doesn't have much hollow pieces like, you know, the older SDs have. Like the arms and legs, all solid. Hardly see anything, you know, hollow. Just the small parts, like maybe the tip or the toes here. And yeah, I think that's about it. Other than that, I highly recommend this kit. Hope you guys, you know, give it a shot. It's gonna be a fine addition to your Super Deformed collection. So until then, this is Made. Thank you for watching.